There was a couple that was looking at it last June,
To buy.
potentially to buy. They were here twice.
Uh-huh.
They came back a second time. They opened the front door, and the wife didn't even walk in. It smelled so bad.
I see, yeah.
The last 3 or 4 months that this house was inhabited, it didn't have running water. They were using the bathroom in a bucket in the back corner back there, and they were burying the waste in the ground back there.
I see. The owner does?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
The guy's name that was on the house lived here.
Okay.
He didn't originally live here.
Okay.
His mom and his sister, as well as his brother, initially moved in. It was okay for the first few years, and then once the owners, whose name was on the house, moved in, it just went downhill. He invited all of his friends.
Yeah,
And
all the fun stuff.
yeah.
Dang.
If you take a shovel in the backyard around the tree that's back there,
Uh-huh.
you probably won't even have to dig more than a foot or two to find garbage.
Sure. Oh, wow.
The basement flooded at one point. They
Oh
did not.
my
They never
gosh.
pumped their septic tank,
It is on septic.
and
yeah.
it backed up
Okay.
into the house.
Okay.
That was when they. It was in the first few years that they owned it. But
Damn.
yeah, they did not have heat for a few years.
Is it on electrics?
It was on oil.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
This is the worst of the worst.
it it has a fireplace upstairs. The oil furnace there's a crawl space.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go through the basement to get into the crawl space,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
that's in the corner. My mom and my dad. There was a little old lady that lived here. She was the original owner, and she eventually got to the age where she needed to go
Yeah.
to a home. She
Yeah.
eventually passed away, but her friend said she was going to put it up on the market, so my parents put months worth of work into that house.
Oh, wow.
It got sold to a single father who had a son. They lived here for a couple years, and then he rented it to the family that then bought it.
Okay.
And they lived in it for about 15 years.
Okay, well, for a
Various
long time.
members of the family, but for the most part, for the last 10 years, 8 to 10 years, it has been nothing but a crime house. So
Dang, okay. Yeah, look
We-
like a
we-
total.
you pretty much have to tear it down to restore it.
I think so.
You've walked around it, siding's falling off.
That's rough, all made. Dang.
Yeah. You
Do you know if the seller is still interested in getting rid of it?
It's going up for auction at the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah. The green van. They moved in. When they moved in, it has never run. And because it was a drug house, I don't know how many parts are left on it. There were wheels on it at one point.
Random people just come. Yeah.
Yep. If you're interested, if you come back for the auction, I don't know if they'll be opening it
Mm-hmm.
to people, but if you come back and you walk in, don't be surprised if you see needles and
Yeah.
all the things that
Yeah.
accompany that.
Okay. That's a good info though. Yeah. I'll reach out to my guy and see how much this is going for. We do auction, bid at the auction courthouse every week too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. This is like, a total waste.
You,
Interesting.
the foundation on it might be the only good thing that's left on it. We were here. My parents have been here for 30 years,
Mhm.
30 plus years.
I see.
And like I said, they did the work on it when it went up on the market years ago. It was nice. It could have been a nice house maybe 10 years ago.
Right.
Not, not anymore.
Mishandling. Okay. Do you know if we have sewer around here, sewer line?
I think the street below us
Oh, okay.
has sewer.
I see.
We're on septic.
I
I
see.
know they're on septic. I don't know about them.
Okay. And hopefully I'll run some number and hopefully we can turn this one into a better livable home.
Well, you can see there's a dip in the roof.
Right.
Um,
It's gonna be a total tear down.
yeah. If there's anything I could suggest for whoever buys it, I don't know if you're going to seriously pursue this. This is a nice neighborhood. The school's right there. All of our neighbors have always been nice to one another.
That's
they
good.
moved in, they were nothing but a cancer. So
Yeah.
if you or you know someone that eventually gets this house, we would just ask, make it a home again.
Absolutely. That's what we do.
We would not want another problem.
Dang, yeah.
It was just years of,
Headache. Yeah, 10 year, man, that's a long time.
and SWAT was here within a year of each other.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wish I was here, like way sooner, right? So we can save this on time. So anyway, Tony, if you see any property like this around the area, doesn't matter if it need a lot of work like this or a little. If they want to sell, just give me a ring,
Yeah.
and I'll be happy to offer you some referral fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we offer at least $500 for each house that we buy. It's gonna go up.
Yeah.
Awesome, Tony. Thank you so much for the
You're
quick intro. That's
Yeah.
all good to know.
And if you're trying to find the last owner of this house, he left in a box truck with all of his stuff, and he was shooting up heroin when he was driving away. So you're
No.
not going to be able to reach out to him.
Right. At this point, it's gonna be the auction route.
Yeah.
Probably his arrear. The late payment probably
Yeah.
over the roof.
Yeah. We know for a fact he did not make a payment on the house in the
Right.
last 6 years that he
Right.
was here.
So yeah,
And-
it's not gonna penny out.
No. And he had the luxury of being caught up in the recession with all the backlogged houses and stuff, so that it eventually caught up to him. No garbage pickup, no housing payments. So
Dang.
yeah, this property was covered in garbage at one point, and the court told him he needed to clear it out. Otherwise, he's getting rid of the house. And he did it twice, and then the third time, he
Disappeared.
was non-compliant, and the court said enough. You're losing your house, and eventually he did. Yeah, there was actually a cleanup crew out here. They took away almost a ton worth of trash.
For
Yeah.
a little house. Oh wow.
But
Cool. Hey
That-
Tony, thank you again for,
Yep.
the quick conversation. I
Yeah.
hope we can work something out and make this neighborhood great again.
yeah, I mean, you look at the houses around it,
Exactly.
and you look at this as in its current state, and it's just
so yeah, very upset. Dang.
yeah. But that gives you an idea.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good night.